Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Chats with the Farmer's Daughter Fibers. My name is Candace English, and I am the farmer's daughter. I'm so excited to be here today. And yeah, just to start right off, this is not hand crocheted. I'm committing acts of sacrilegious knitting on my knitting podcast. It's this weird time of year where it's like cooling off, but it's not quite there, and you have all these new clothes and you want to get your fall clothes out and stuff, and it's just today's the perfect day to wear this, and so I'm wearing it. I'm sorry. I once heard, now I know is a rumor that you can't machine crochet like garments, and so all crochet that is handmade. But this thing, I'm telling you, this thing is freaking not hand crocheted. There is machine stitching on the back. So I think that's good to know, because I've been spreading that rumor, being like, oh, all unsafe labor, which I'm sure does happen. I know it happens, but this is this is machine made. I got it at Betty's Devine in Missoula. It's the cutest shop. If you're in Missoula, near Missoula, go online. They have really cute clothes there. So very stylish. Yeah, so beyond my sacrilegious sweater, what have I been up to? Over Labor Day weekend, we revamped the shop. That was really fun. It was a lot of work. By the end of it, I was feeling very crazy because it was just we started out being like, okay, we're gonna do these 2 walls, and then we're like, okay, we're actually gonna do all of the walls because I ordered too much freaking slatboard. And it looks awesome in here. There's so much more room. It's so clean, so professional. I really realized that, I love having antique things and putting in our personality into our aesthetic here, but I didn't need to do that in displays. Like I used to do that in displays, and now we've kind of moved beyond that, and the antique stuff can be the accents and not the actual display pieces. Or even we had those cubbies that we'd put all the DK, and actually a lot of our yarn went in the cubbies, and you just couldn't see the hand-dyed yarn. It was really unfortunate. So now all of the hand-dyed is shining. It's really beautiful. I did an Instagram live last weekend. If you want to see that, it's saved on my IG. Otherwise, catch us on another Instagram live. It's really easy to do our virtual shopping now and our Instagram lives, just because you can see the yarn so much better. Yeah, it's really pretty. I'm not going to turn the camera around. I hate the shakiness of it. I'm just don't have the professional equipment to sure, I could edit it and do all of those things. I don't have time to do that. We're just here live, real life. So yeah, so I did that. That weekend I had 10 extra people in my house, and it was a lot. Like I said, I started to feel a little crazy after that, but we got through it. Aleks Bryd came and did her workshops. You guys, I'm totally obsessed. First of all, Aleks is so nice, so sweet in person. I've been calling her Alexis. That's not right. It's Aleks. I don't know why I heard Alexis. I thought I had heard Alexis Bryd at one point, and that just got stuck in my brain. It's Aleks. She's very, very, very sweet. Very chill, amazing teacher. I love teachers that are cool and relaxed and just tell you what you need to know, and they don't take it too seriously. So yeah, she was great. I love all of the techniques. Oh, let me pull out my little swatch. I took both classes, especially after that weekend, and I just had so much to do, and I was behind on all of these projects, and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to take advantage of having, I wanted to learn those techniques. That's why I brought her here, is because I was obsessed with it. But sometimes it doesn't matter because you're a business owner and you don't get to do what you want. But I just did it anyways. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the time, and I'm so glad that I did. Here's my little swatch. The first one was these braids, which were so fun. These are 3 different types of braids. And then this is Rosamine. I've been calling it, she had like the, breakdown of how it sounds. In Estonian, it's much more beautiful than Rosamine. The accent, she says it very beautifully, but she had it all broken down, and so I've been calling it Rosamine, and I feel like I sound like Brad Pitt off of Inglourious Bastards, so now that's like the only way I say it in my head, Rosamine. Yeah, anyways, it is such a cool, beautiful technique. It's really it's very easy, which I have, I've done it before in a hat, but my floats were way too tight. And so she showed us this technique so you don't have floats on the other side, basically. I didn't weave in any of my ends, clearly, so I can't really show you that, but, well, maybe. Yeah, so you don't have all of these, like the floats aren't coming back. I can't remember what the technique is called. Anyways, I'm not gonna say it in words very well. Basically knitting, you're not knitting backwards, you're holding the yarn backwards, so then you don't have like lawn floats on the other side. Like when you come back around, oh my God, this is not explaining it well. Okay, so I'm knitting across right here, and my contrasting color is gonna end right here, right? So when I go and I knit the next row, my contrasting yarn is still gonna be over here. So instead of cutting it or putting it back over here to have like this big long float, she showed us a technique so the floats are on the outside. It's witchcraft. I don't really know, to be honest, how it worked, but it worked. And I already have the colors picked out. I can't wait to cast it on. I'm gonna do the, that was a little aggressive, sorry. I can't wait to do the Seli sweater. And it was a sweater that was in Lina magazine. I don't remember which issue. It is, just look up Aleks Bryd, Aleks Bryd, and look up her, the Seli sweater. It's beautiful. So that's on my list. It's a cardigan, and then it just has these like designs all over the sleeve. There's also, I think, a non-cardigan, but it's another steeking sweater. So very exciting. Okay. What else do I have going on? I'm traveling this weekend. We're going on a trip for Xander's almost 40th birthday. I surprised him with a trip, so that will be very exciting, and the kids are coming with us. Can't wait. And then what else do we have going on? Lots of events. Our anniversary parties next weekend. So after my trip, I'm just going to be like heading right back into that. And then kind of getting ready to go to New York too. We have a lot going on, a lot of work, a lot of kids stuff. They're busy this time of year. Lots of football. It's a big football year for us. So, and I am currently moving on, knitting the stone crop. I didn't bring it. I should have brought it. I finished the body. Fits great. I just started the sleeves. I haven't knit hardly at all, so sadly. I think like my last podcast, I was like, I'm gonna be done with the sleeves in a week and a half. No, I haven't knit at all. I've been staying up late working, not knitting. But, what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna keep cruising along. I'm not gonna pressure myself. I need to decide, because I need to show you guys how for those of you doing the steek along, I want to put out a video on steeking. What I might do is do my button band first before my sleeves and steek it, which I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just deciding this right now. We're going to Billings tomorrow for football. So I'll have like 3 hours to knit in the car. That doesn't always happen. This thing a lot of times happens as soon as I start traveling. Like I just completely shut down and I fall asleep. I do it every time I get on an airplane. First thing, and then I usually wake up. But it depends how much rest and sleep I get tonight. I might be able to bust it out on my car trip. So I want to do the button band and pick up for that. I would love to get that done tomorrow, so then when we fly on Saturday, I can continue with the sleeves. That's my hope. Anyways, I need to put out a video. Next week, I'm gonna make a video. The girls all have their sweaters done. They did like plain stockinette worsted weight sweaters, so they finished a long time ago. Yeah, so, and they have their button bands done. So if I don't show it on mine, I'll show it on theirs for sure. I also am starting the cowl design for the Celestial Countdown, which is really exciting. And yeah, I'll be working on that. So I won't have much to share until, I'll share my stone crop next time I do a podcast. I'll remember to bring it. And then until I start my rosamine, something like that, rosamine, until I start my Seli sweater. Okay, so that's what I've been doing. That's what I'm up to. Let's just get into sharing all of the things. I'm sending out a newsletter this morning. So if you follow us and you get the newsletter, these are going to be repeat things that was in the newsletter, but I just want to give a little bit more detail and tell you about them in person. So the first thing is that Rachel from Ritual Dyes and I have teamed up. We've talked about doing this for years, really since 2020. We started traveling together a lot more and staying together and extending our trips either before or after, work trips before and after to travel. And we've just been talking about traveling more and doing retreats and including knitters and makers. And so I found a place in Tulum, Mexico. It's actually traditionally it's kind of like a yoga retreat center. A lot of yoga studios will have retreats there. And when I looked at it, I was like, this place is perfect if we can incorporate a little bit of yoga, but then have some knitting classes or just sit and knit and hang out. And so that's what we're doing. It's at the Amansala resort in Mexico. I just have my little iPad with all of the information so I don't mess anything up. I don't screw anything up. It's April 5th to April 10th. So you fly in on the 5th to Cancun and you leave on the 10th. What is included is transportation from the airport. And transportation, you might have to wait, we want to try to group people if we can. So you may have to wait, half hour, 45 minutes max for everyone else to come in, and then you'll get a ride back to the resort. The breakfast it's like a light breakfast in the mornings, and then we'll do some yoga, and then it's a brunch. So it's a little bit later. We'll have knitting classes. Andrea Mowry is joining us, and she's doing these workshops. They're not her traditional workshops. We really wanted this to be like, okay, I'm not going to sit down and knit a swatch. Well, you probably will knit a swatch, but not sitting down and learning like a specific technique, more so of kind of open-ended creative invokement is what we were going for. We really want this experience to be a place to relax, it is going to be active. We are doing yoga. We're going to be riding bikes. We're going to be going on hikes. It's not just necessarily all sitting and knitting. So if you are, if you don't like yoga, if you don't like being active, this might not be the retreat for you. We will have other retreats that are more of that traditional, like cozy sitting, hanging out. But this is, it's a pretty active retreat. It's more, we've planned more on this retreat than I have in the past. But you'll still have a full day. You know, it's 5 nights, so you have one full day where you just kind of get to explore and do your own thing a little bit. So the 3 knitting workshops from Andrea Mallory is included, 5 nights at the resort, and this includes gratuity and taxes, all of those things. We're gonna go to the Tulum ruins and get a tour. It comes with a massage and then a Mayan clay meditation. So it's definitely a combo of like creative invokement, being active, rest and relaxation, and maybe like some spiritual-ish things in there as well. And then you get a gift basket and yarn for your classes from Farmer's Daughter Fibers and Ritual Dyes. And then you can add on a cenote tour and a sound bath if you're interested in those things. I know a sound bath sounds weird, but it is like, I did a sound bath at a retreat. It wasn't really a retreat. It was at a retreat center, but it was a bunch of friends getting together. And it was incredible. It was a really cool experience. It's very meditative, so I love it. Airfare and alcohol are not included in that. Dietary needs, the reason why we kind of chose this place is that it does a lot of really fresh food. I don't think I finished talking about the food. We do a breakfast, a brunch, and then it's not a traditional lunch, it's more just like afternoon snacks and then a dinner. So, I mean, there's 4 times that you're gonna eat. You're not gonna go hungry by any means. And okay, what was I saying? Food, dietary needs. So they do make a lot of fresh food, and they're really good at accommodating dietary restrictions or allergies. And that, in the past, when I've done retreats in the middle of Montana, has been the most challenging thing by far. So, and then the prices, you know, they vary. So the nicest room, 1 person, it's a king front beach, that's a little over $4,000. And again, that includes all of the things that we just talked about, and besides those 2 little add-ons. And then if you did 2 people in that room, if you wanted to share a bed with a buddy, it's a little over $3,000. So those are the most expensive ones. And then the lowest priced ones are a little under $3,000, $2,700. So the price point is higher than retreats I've done in the past. I'll be honest, the retreats I did in the past, I charged not enough for the work that it takes. It's kind of crazy that I was charging like $800. I mean, I was just covering costs. I wasn't paying myself. So, and it's a lot of work. I'm sure you guys know. And also, you know, we're having guests. It's out of the country. It is a little bit more than, again, retreats that I've had in the past. But I also think that for what it is, it's actually pretty good if you're going on an international trip and you're getting everything taken care of. So read everything on the website. There's lots of FAQs on there. I'll link it in the show notes, which are, it's like one of the first comments, or the podcast description. If you're interested, make sure just to read everything on there. And if you have questions, feel free to let me know. The way you sign up is because, you know, the room situation just isn't like plugging things in necessarily. If people are sharing a room, we just want to best fit it to get there's 25 people. We just want to best be able to fit it to get the 25 people. So it's first come, first serve. And the signups are going to be on Google Docs on 9/22/22 at 11 a.m. And when those signups go live, you'll find a link on the website. and then you can fill out your Google form, and we'll have what time you submitted it and all of those things. So, and then we'll send out emails confirming no later than October 20th. That's based off if it fills up right away. You know, pre-COVID, last time I did a retreat, we had like over 200 people do the Google form. And I just don't know what it's going to be like this time. And this is, again, a little bit more of an expensive retreat, so I don't know. I do want to have some retreats stateside too, you know, and I don't know. Again, I'm not really sure what those price points would look like. They would, I'm guessing, be a little less expensive. It kind of just depends. There's this really great retreat center close to here that I'm gonna go and check out, maybe stay a night or two there to kind of make sure that it would fit for us. Again, a lot of time it's those dietary restrictions and food accommodations that are the most challenging, and I just will never put myself in another situation where that is a major issue, because it is not fun, let me tell you. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. Everything else is on the website. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. I hope y'all want to come to Mexico with us. It's going to be a fun time. Again, relaxing, super relaxing, very, I think it's just going to be really fulfilling. So yeah. I don't think I drank enough water yesterday. And now I'm making up for it. Okay. Next super exciting thing is we were asked, I had to pull this up too, because I just want to read you part of it. We were asked by Pom-Pom Magazine to be the guest editor of issue 46, and that is autumn of 2023. So this time next fall, which is so exciting. I talked a little bit about it last podcast of just kind of having these goals and these, you know, manifestations. I never even honestly thought of being a guest editor of Pom Pom Magazine. It is a huge honor. It's very, 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 very exciting. So I haven't been this excited about something in a long time, a project. So the issue is going to be, I'm just going to read you actually I'm going to read you the vision. We're so excited to guest edit issue 46, autumn 2023 Pom-Pom. Our vision for this issue focuses on the juxtaposition of hard and soft elements inherent in Western living. We take inspiration from ancestors who continue to protect us, all while we carry and work to heal the trauma passed down from them. We imagine the textures of dry, dusty dirt woven with the softness of wool sweaters worn to the barn or to town. We celebrate the survival of animals in the harshest conditions, whose spirit and heart connects them to all living things. The yarns and colors we envision are both soft, light, and airy, and rustic, earthy, and dense, either alone or as a combination of both. We encourage indigenous designers to apply, but it is not a requirement. And then there is a mood board. I maybe can show you guys the mood board. So there's a little bit of reflection. You are signed out. Go away. Oh, is that thing just gonna be there? Yeah. So you can see very American West. Fringe. You can see the colors. The colors will be very, you know, fall-ish. They're our usual colors. I'll link the submission page from Pom Pom, and I'll link this Pinterest page. But overall, you know, my vision is very much of celebrating the American West, of, you know, I think that the photo shoot will invoke a lot of those hard elements and be very like a dry and dusty and rusty. I'm not 100% sure, like I don't know how much I can say, and we're at the very beginning of planning stages, so as far as like photo shoot and all of that stuff, I really have no idea right now. These are just my visions. And then so I'm imagining that the softness is coming from the knits, and I'm imagining like really soft, cozy knits that are actually pretty simple, but have those little elements of making them look more modern, making them look just a little bit unique. So really it is a sweater that you could throw on in the barn, but then you could, jump in your car and you can be in the city, basically, like being able to transform the two of those easily. So that's my vision for it. I'm so excited. So if you're a designer, if you know a designer, check out that submission page. It's gonna be really exciting. I can't wait. And we're gonna have can we just have a massive party at FDF when it comes out? Yes, we can. And maybe we can have it's around, Rhinebeck and all of that stuff. So I say we have 2 parties. All of the parties. Yes. Okay, so moving on. I'm not gonna worry about time. I'm just gonna talk. If I go over an hour, I go over an hour. Okay. Can't find what I'm looking for. So that's that. Okay. Speaking of Pom Pom, I have the new Pom-Pom Magazine, and then I have some more magazines that have come out in books that I just want to show you guys. So this is autumn 2022 Pom-Pom. I've peeped through this a little bit. I haven't looked through any of these other ones because I kind of like to do it live and you can get my initial reaction. Well, first of all, that is really cool. Let me find this. Actually, I have looked through this because there's a really cool sweater. This isn't it, but this is just the first one that I flipped to. I love that. Is that Intarsia? See, these Intarsia. We got to learn Intarsia, guys. Gramercy and they talk. Okay, it's by designer Emma Dutra. Inspired by the arts and crafts movement. Love it. Ooh, block printed wallpapers of an era that were particularly influential to Gramercy's design. And it's an antique word meaning many things. It doesn't say if it's Intarsia, but it's gotta be. It is. I know it is. Look at this though. Beautiful. I freaking love this sweater. It's out of Pishkun. I've already have my colors picked. I'm gonna get a sample of this. By Emma Janet. It's a goddess of growth and plenty. It's so pretty. And I just love the model too. I think for my photo shoot for our Pom Pom issue, I really want to get like an old native dude. I have a relative who I think can do it, but trying to get an old native dude to model could be interesting. Actually, the relative that I'm thinking of works in movies, so I think he'd be good. Yeah, lots of cute hats. This is really cute. All kinds of really beautiful things in here. Oh, I love this too. I wish I could pull off a beret. I just can't. I've tried. Maybe I just haven't found the right beret. Maybe I have to go searching for the right beret in France. Stitching Magic. Whoa, Tessa Perlot. And she is stitching. Look at this dress. Oh wow, she's doing all kinds of cool things. That's pretty neat. And I've been wanting to make cookies like this. Winnow biscuits. I guess y'all call them biscuits in other parts of the world. We call them cookies. But I've always wanted to make knitted biscuits. Look it, you gotta measure this out. That's crazy. That's why I don't decorate cakes or cookies or any of the things. Oh, look at Manos and Pom Pom are having a retreat in Uruguay, April 16th through the 24th. That sounds like fun. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful issue of Pom Pom. Oh, I found my solder fibers. Yeah, I love this. I gotta say, and I am biased here, but I gotta say, I would tell you what my favorite sweater in here was, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's this. That's with, I said it was with Pishkun, but it's Dumpling and Pretty Shield. Such a good combo. Beautiful. Okay, next, let's look at Lina. Okay, I'm gonna say this is one of the coolest issues I've seen from Lina. I love when magazines have like a specific aesthetic and then all of a sudden you get an issue and you're just like, what? This is rock and roll. Most of the time Lina is very earthy and finish and, you know, what are the words? Romantic. And this, look at this. Well, actually, you know, even though I say that, they still have those elements in there. Like this. But with those hard backgrounds. Okay, where's the one with her in front of that car? This. And that sweater? I mean, I would wear that. So cute. I like that it's that it's just a little bit more modern. Lindsay Fowler. Beautiful. Oh, I forgot to grab Lindsay's book. We'll do that next time. I said that last time. We need more time for her book. I'm so excited about that. Where is that book? Why do we not have it out front and center? I'm gonna have to change that. Oh, look at this sweater. Look at this model. Look at the photo shoot. It's such a cool issue. It is one of the coolest issues I've seen. And I was even in the last issue. Oh yeah, Ginger. Look at this sweater. Everything. I just, yeah, Lindsay Fowler has an article in here. And then there's a sheep farm article. I always like to read about a sheep farm. They have the best recipes in here. Oh, that's cool. Who's that by? A designer from Istanbul. It's this really cool scarf. Cool. Neato. Yeah, I love this. Yeah, where is Salt and Timber? Why is it not out? Maybe we sold it all. I mean, it has been bonkers around here, but guess what? We did hire someone for shipping. Meredith is our new shipper. First time we've had a full-time employee over here and a part-time shipper. We're like gonna be cruising. We're so profesh these days. It's awesome. Okay, Montana Woman Magazine. You've heard me talk about this before. It is the coolest magazine. It used to be $5, now it's $7. Shauna Whitebear is such a badass. She lives in Bozeman, or near Bozeman, in the Gallatin area. And she makes moccasins. I don't have a pair of her moccasins. I talked about it with her, but I just don't have a pair yet. Dude, you guys gotta read her story. It's so good. Apple crumble. I mean, really, for $7, you are getting so much content. The editor, which actually Megan is in this issue. Where's Megan at? I'm not sure. Oh, here she is. This is a whole Stardust woman. Montana woman's Megan Crawford on running a magazine in a post-pandemic world. Let's get a picture of cute little Megan. Beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's amazing. She's transformed a women's magazine in Montana to be inclusive, to be real and authentic. I mean, you honestly don't get a lot of that here. You get a lot of cowgirls not from here in Turquoise. So people from Montana don't talk like that. I just talk like that because I think it's funny. Yeah, I love this issue. This issue is coming home with me. Yeah, Shauna, okay, she's so beautiful. She just makes these beautiful designs. I love the story. She's a badass. Shauna White Bear. Cool. $7. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Okay, Cosmology by Amarisu. I haven't opened this up. This is what it looks like. Dharma. They are a yarn line. We carry some of their stuff. I mostly carry it for punch needling. You definitely can knit with it. It's beautiful yarn. Ritual Dyes carries a lot of their stuff. I love everything Amarisu does. I want to go to Japan and do a retreat with Amarisu. Are you guys listening? I just love everything that they do, and it's so beautiful and soft. And oh, there's Ashley. She's a knitter. She works at the Great Falls History Museum. She probably knows that I'm talking to myself. Oh, see, there's maybe a beret I could wear. It's like a beret-ish. Yeah, I want to say Ritual Dyes carries like their mohairy wool mohair. I mean, you could use it whatever you want. See, look at this, like, I just am loving like weird, funky, modern things right now. Like, look at that. I would wear that. I think I also pretend like I live in New York City half the time and want to wear things that are not practical. That's practical though. That's not true. I would wear that here. I'm attracted to things that are, I don't know, maybe just more modern. This is a cool sweater. Just a little different, has a little edge to it. That is really cool. So all of the patterns are in the back. This is a hardback book. Yeah, like literally everything Amarisu does. I just love it. They have a wool mohair. They have Jamoa. I should have really taken a second language at some point. I took French. I think my ADD and my dyslexia gets in the way of me being able to function half the time. Cool. Dang, I really like this. I want this. Look how fun and funky that is. It's just like a balaclava. Is that how you pronounce it? Balaclava-esque scarf schnud. I don't know what you call that. A cowl. It's on page 81. Let's just look at the pattern quickly. 40 minutes? I'm barely even into this podcast. That's not true. I'm halfway done-ish. Okay, here's the schematic of it. Let's just see what yarn. DK. DK. I want to do it in a freaking bulky. It's worked from top down in fisherman's rib. I love fisherman's rib. It's worked in the round to create a tubular shape, and then it's split and worked flat to make back and forth triangular points. I just think this is, oh wait, is it held together? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The yarn is held double throughout to create a marled effect. I could do a single skein of bulky, and then I could put some big pom-poms on the end in a contrasting color, like flower point and eagle eye or something like that. I might make that. That looks fun. That'd be a good, like, over the holidays knit. Okay. Books. I got a few more things, and then I want to talk about ranch romance, and then wrap it up. Okay, so a couple of things that we've gotten in. Nail polish. I know I'm just adding some really kooky things to our yarn shop, but I don't care. I do what I want. I just love these two colors. I'm gonna grab these. Okay, a friend of mine who owns a business, and she was like, you should get this in your shop. And she was like, well, you don't have to. I'm sure people say that to you all the time. She was like, but this nail polish is called Death Valley Nails, and anything Keela says, I will do. And Death Valley Nails, I'm gonna link their Instagram because you've got to see them mixing these colors. As soon as I saw their Instagram, I realized what they do and what we do are very, very similar. Death Valley Nails, it was like founded or created in LA, but they do all of the nail polish in Texas. And it's just rad. I mean, the coyote and the moon, I love that, first of all. The colors are beautiful. This one is called Tricker Rider, oh wait, hold on. Maybe it's on the bottom here. Trick Rider Under Neons. Their colors are pretty funny too. This one's Yellow Belly Sapsucker. I love that. This is what is on my nails. Honey on the Rye. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. These are regular polishes, except for, this is the coolest part. They have a line of nails called Dust to Dust, Holy Dirt, Forged Pigments from the Earth. So these are real pigments from nature. It's like plant dyed yarn. It's plant dyed polish. Well, not even plants though, because they're elements. This one's reishi, and it's also cool because it tells you where, it tells you where they were like forged from. This one might not, Catskills. I think I should wear this when I go to New York because that just seems so fitting. Beautiful. Okay, this one is Celestial. Oh wait, Celestine. It is very celestial though. Celestial in South Base Island in Ohio. Celestine. Stop saying celestial. So pretty. Cornflowers. Look at the cornflower. I just want to show you guys this. Okay. Oh, you can't really see it unless I put it on my nail. Can I put it on my nail? Can you see it? Oh yeah. See, look at that. The little cornflowers in there. It's so 90s. I love that the 90s are coming back. We have this new line. It's called Moon Bath, and there's a shimmer spray. So 90s. That is so Maybe I'll put that on top of there. That's really pretty. You might be coming home with me too. I'm gonna wipe it off now, for now though, so I don't get it on the yarn. And then this one is citrine. So pretty. If you guys are into polish, try these. They're like vegan and they're really well made. They're vegan. They're, you know, they don't have all the bad shit that most polish has. I can't specifically remember what those are, but yeah, their website says all of the things. I think we put it on our website too, so I'll link this. So cool. You can buy it in the shop and also online. So nail polish. Okay, next is candles. We've had these for a couple of weeks. We got in, I try to get a new like brand of candle like once a year or every other year. I'll rotate them out because I think it's fun to have new candles. This one's by Evil Queen. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Evil Queen. We have a employee here who is obsessed, and she was like, please bring it in, please bring it in, please bring it in. And so I brought it in, and they have kind of like their basic line, and then they'll have like their holiday candles or seasonal candles. So I grabbed mostly the seasonal, but a couple of other ones too. And we're just gonna blindly smell test these. Well, not blindly because I have two of them, but this one is Can't Adult Today, and it smells like Fruit Loops. I love the smell. I can't eat cereal because of the milk, but, and I'm not eating cereal with oat milk. Sick. Can't Adult Today. My favorite childhood memory is not paying the bills. Sweet fruit, cereal milk, and morning cartoons. I love this. This smell is probably not for everybody, but lit, so good. And look at Lindsay, she's so good at, she brought in little coffee beans in these cute little jars here. So if you're smelling candles, you can smell this in between for a little palate cleanser. This is another one of their, like, in their line, their regular line. Getting shit done, kicking my own ass back into gear. This smells like a spa. Like if I was gonna walk into a spa, this is what I'd want to smell. Soft mint, eucalyptus, and determination. Determined to get a massage. Determined to relax. That's what I'm gonna get done. Okay, and then these ones are their seasonal. This one's my favorite. I've been lighting this in my kitchen and my whole house smells. Every single time the kids walk in, they're like, it smells so good in here. Baddest Witch, Get In Loser, we're casting spells and shit. And it's chai, pumpkin, and potion making. It's so good. It is like, it's fall in a jar. I love it. Okay. Honestly, putting these candles to my nose probably isn't gonna help my headache, but candles are always, it's hard to smell them like in the jar because they're always so much stronger. And then they are in the, this is Ghosted, and it's woods, cloves, and no text back. Add another one to the graveyard. So good. And it smells like apple cider. Wood, clove, and no text back. I smell apple cider. I smell apple cider on a back porch on a cool fall day. So good. And then the next one I love too is Batshit Crazy, Smoky Woods, Cashmere Darkness. I dare you to call me crazy one more time. I'm gonna gift this to Xander. This one's very smoky. And if cashmere had a smell, this actually probably would be it. I mean, I'm sure cashmere has a smell, but if it had a smell the way it feels, this would be it. Batshit Crazy and Baddest Witch are my favorite. Can't Adult Today is just, yeah, very nostalgic. so those are the candles, and that was only 5 of them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, but I can't smell that many candles in one go. So, yeah. Need a little palette cleanser there. Those are online and also in the store. It's a good time of year to stock up on new candles. Okay, what I'm wearing is not knitted or crocheted. We talked about that, but Vicky is wearing one of my favorite knits I've ever done, and also just one of my favorite designs. Super simple mosaic fogline shawl. And let me just, I don't want to get this wrong, you guys. Let me look up the pattern. Fogline Shawl by Bryd and Moody. Just do a little Google search. You don't know what things are, you can Google them. It's this great new technique that we have in the world. Okay, Farmer's Daughter fibers. She used 2 skeins in hers. She used 2 skeins of Eagle Eye, 4 colors of Pishkun. And one of those you need 2 skeins. And then 3 colors of Spin Cycle, and one of those you need 2 skeins. The other ones you just need 1. It's a big project, you know. I mean, this is taking a lot of yarn. It goes so fast. It's so fun to see the colors transition. It's like Pishkun and Dream State, like, you know, just showing off the best part of both of them. I was gonna say something inappropriate, but that's weird to say that about yarn. This is mine. What colors did I use? I have no idea. Looks like I used Porch Pumpkin, Evergreen, Dumpling, Pretty Shield. And I'm gonna say I used Rusted Rainbow because I use Rusted Rainbow with everything. Deep Bump because I love Deep Bump. And Rusted Rainbow and Shades of Earth. I'm gonna guess those were my 3. This I knit 4 years ago, 3 years ago. The colors aren't gonna be the same, so it don't matter anyways. But if you want this, we can get close to it. And if you want help, we would love to help you I would love to help put together. So this is one of my favorite things. I've done kits with this. Maybe I should bring the kits back. Yeah, it's just so beautiful. And like wearing it, you know, it's big. Actually, and I've talked about this for a long time, since I knit it, I always wanted to make a baby blanket and just cast on more stitches and not go as long. But wearing it, like this. Speaking of New York, isn't this very like big scarves are in? So cute. I love it. So warm. Yep, Bryd Moody. Yeah, when was this published? Will it say? 2020? For real? First published. Oh, I thought it was a lot. I thought it was, well, I guess that was kind of pre-pandemic, but I guess I just didn't realize it was. Yeah, because I brought it to Stitches West. That's true. Yep. Okay. Anyways, love this. And I'll show you some new Spin Cycle that we just got in. Let me just put this back on, Vicky. There we go. Okay. New Spin Cycle. Where are we at on time? 54 minutes. We got this. Okay, so new in Dream State is Ranunculus. And it's this really pretty pastel, purples, yellows, pinks, I should say lavenders, and like a strawberry, like that's kind of like a pastel strawberry color. I would like to match this with some yarn. I haven't brought it up to I should have seen what it looked like. Actually, I'm gonna say Come and Get Your Love. That light blue that we have would be really pretty with this. Maybe some of our oranges. I wanna see if I could match it with, though, that's something not pastel, and see what that looks like. I think it would be really pretty. I'd have to put it up to the yarns. And then Love Spell. I love this. It reminds me a little bit of Cold Comfort. It's really beautiful. Love it. And then Shades of Earth. I just grabbed this because, like I said, Shades of Earth is my favorite. We just got these in and they are really pretty. And then Light Years. We just got a restock of Light Years, I think in Dyed in the Wool, but I love these. I just wanted to show them off. I stole only one skein this time. I'm not sure. This looks really cool with Evergreen. And Eagle Eye too. And then two new, well, I don't know how new this Bright Idea is, but I mean, it is new. It wasn't in our last shipment. I haven't shown it off though. And it's so cool. I love these colors. It's actually, I think, better in person. I don't know, these colors just really come alive. It's gorgeous. We also got that in Dream State. I didn't grab it though. Okay, but this Afternoon Delight is brand new, and man, we got a beautiful batch of this. I love that. I would match this with like Many Moons or Nappy or something, just so you can see all of the, like, I love the teals and the purples in this. And then you just like have this little pop of green to make it interesting. So those are the spin cycles that I'm currently in love with, plus about 500 more. So is that it? I think that's it. Okay, I want to show you guys Ranch Romance, and then we can wrap it up. Somebody on a live had asked about Ranch Romance, and I think it's fun to show you guys one color in all of the different bases to see how they are different. Ranch Romance comes from the old magazine, Ranch Romance. Wendy gave me these. Are these problematic? Most likely. Forbidden sex secrets are daringly revealed. Sex harmony and eugenics. This is a book, an advertisement for a book. My grandma, who was a ranch wife her entire life, she loved Harlequin romances, all of those romance books. I could see being back in the day of just getting some excitement in your life. I don't know if these are actually problematic. I mean, obviously I haven't seen anything else, otherwise I wouldn't be showing you, but I mean, the era was a little problematic for women, so. I'm just looking at, and there's a Listerine ad. There's an ad for prostate sufferers. This is what it looks like. So that's where the name Ranch Romance came from, was these books. And there's just different stories in here. I've read a couple of them. I don't think it was either one of these because I don't think they were in the plastic. I'm curious. Cupid Swings a Loop by George Corey Franklin. How spicy are these? Oh, I like this one, Texas King. And then look at, just got it done. Like, you get on it, get out of here. He was a Texas king, tall and straight and good looking, and Judy was a Texas girl herself. So perhaps it was but natural that she should treat him differently than the other men. I'm gonna be reading that one later. Okay, ranch romance. I mean, they both have guns, and it looks like they're, not that that's, you know, she doesn't look like a damsel in distress, at least. They're an NRA member. Okay, come on, there we go. Okay. Put this back in its protective sleeve. Maybe these ranch romances are worth something. And when I dyed this, it to me was just like a very, like I wanted a very romantic, beautiful color, but also that was like a little earthy too. And so we came up with ranch romance. And I'm just gonna grab the pile so you can see in all of its glory, and then I'll show you what they look like individually. It is similar to our color Juniper, but again, it just has that like muddy gray added to it. And so I'm gonna say that I'm just gonna kind of put these in piles of what looks a little bit similar. And then that one's more gray. Okay, the lightest ones are on Foxy Lady and Squish Fingering. Foxy Lady doesn't surprise me because with the silk it does lighten things up a little bit. This is getting a little bit washed out from the window. And then Squish Fingering. So that's what they look like. They're very similar. Again, just the silk is making this shinier and it's more matte on the Squish Fingering. And then on Pishkun and Reminisce Sport, they're very similar as well. This one's maybe just a little bit lighter. I also noticed we did have some skeins that were brighter than this one. I just pulled out what seemed the most average. I love it on Pishkun. I'm not gonna say the best because on Stayed Bulky, our bulky weights, we have Squish Bulky, which is a 3-ply, and then we have Stayed Bulky, which is a single ply. I use Stayed Bulky a lot for weaving, but it's also beautiful for knitting. It's beautiful for hats and baby blankets. I want a sweater out of this. I love it on here. It just shines. It's like glowing, goldeny. It's really pretty. And then it's really nice and rich too on Juicy DK, which everything on Juicy DK is nice and rich, and it kind of has a little bit of shine like the Foxy. It's not as matte. It's like an in-between of the Foxy and the Squish Fingering. But there's no silk, it's 100% merino, and it's a super wash, so that's what I think kind of gives it that little bit of extra shine. And then on Mohair and on Mighty Mo and Oh Dang, it has, like, definitely on the Oh Dang, you're picking up more of that gray, and it's pretty shiny and silky on the Mohair. So that's the difference between those two. And the darkest one, of course, is on Recollect. And that's real, like, I mean, let's just compare these two. So this is on Reminisce and this is on Recollect. It's a little bit more green almost, green-gray. It's ranch romance meets the sea. A ranch on the sea. So that's ranch romance. One of my favorite colors. I use this color a lot. Okay, let me look at my little list and see if I missed anything. I'm still reading The Many Daughters of Aphon Moy, and I'm getting the book in. It should be in. I'm not sure what's taking so long. It's so good. It's actually a little bit of a tougher read than I anticipated. It's a lot about epigenetics and trauma being passed down it's got me thinking a million different things. And also, okay, so on that same note, I started listening to Selma Blair's new book. It's her new autobiography. I don't remember the name of it. I literally just started it last night. And it is really good. And she was kind of bringing up these points of hereditary traits and stuff like that. So it's just a lot of things I've been thinking of. And then this morning I was reading in bed, and I read from a Kindle because I only read at night in bed. Very rarely do I read, you know. I used to, but now that I knit, if I'm sitting, I'm knitting, but if I'm in bed, I'm usually reading. And I read a lot in the middle of the night, and the light bothers Xander, so I read from a Kindle. And on the Kindle, you can see how much is left of your book. Well, I hadn't had that on, and I almost have been like savoring the book because I don't want it to end. Like I just wanted it to go on forever and ever and ever. I want to know everything that happened to every single daughter throughout their entire life. Like, I don't want to skip any of it. And so I looked to see how much, you know, to track how much I had left in the book. I have like an hour left of reading, like 15% left, and I'm not ready for that. I'm gonna have to read it again, I think, or listen to it. I did download to listen to it, but I had a hard time following it, so it's very thought-provoking. So listening to it, I was not paying attention as much. It's good. You guys should read it. Let me know if you're reading it or if you're gonna start it. And then, yeah, we have our anniversary party next weekend, and you know, right now we have so much going on and so many new things releasing that I'm just kind of taking 1 week at a time. So we'll chat more about Rhinebeck and all of those things. Caitlin Hunter has a new sweater coming out shawl coming out next week, the Moonshiner, and it's out of Recollect, and I'm really excited about that. We put together some really fun kits, so you can stay tuned for that. And then the prize this week, let's do 1 skein of Dream State, 1 skein of Pishkun, and how about a nail polish? That sounds like a good prize. Get you started on your Fogline if you want to do that. And you can paint your nails to match, whatever colors that you want. And then just comment, like, and subscribe to our page, our channel, I guess I should say. So, all right. Thank you guys so much for chit-chatting with me today. It's been really fun. And let me know if you have questions about the retreat or Pom Pom Submissions. So, okay. Bye.